Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a different type of video here on my channel, and depending on how you all respond to it, I might make this a new series. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 5 things that my divorce taught me about life and about relationships. Not only do these things apply to divorce, but these are just good life lessons that I feel like everybody should learn, and I feel like the earlier that you learn these, the more successful you are going to be in life. I just wanted to share the 5 main things, but there were so many more things that I learned. I also want to say that I don't think that you should just get a divorce just to get one because you're not happy. I really feel like you should try your best to work through the relationship, but sometimes there are certain situations where, you know, it's just not going to work and you would be better off separate from each other. But I do believe that you should try your best to work through it and not just try to find the easy way out. So I did want to get that out there because I feel like sometimes when I've talked about different things in my past divorce videos, I don't know that I've really stressed that. And whenever I went through my divorce, I wasn't the one that actually wanted the divorce. It was, you know, my ex-husband. But it's kind of one of those things that you cannot make somebody be with you if they do not want to be with you. So you kind of just have to like accept and move on from it. So that kind of leads me to the first thing that I learned, and that is to let go of things that are not in your control. And I know that this is a hard one, and I still struggle with this at times. It's like you have a certain idea of how you want things to go in your head, and whenever those things don't go that way, sometimes it's hard to let go and let things go as they may. Probably the best thing for me to kind of relate it to is, like I said a second ago, that you cannot make somebody be with you that doesn't want to be with you. And why would you want to stay with somebody that didn't want to be with you? So that's kind of one of those things that's not in your control, and you just have to learn to let it go. This applies to other things in life, like driving, for instance. If you're driving somewhere and somebody in front of you is going really slow, or somebody cuts you off, or just anything that's outside of your control, to get mad and upset and super aggressive about it is not going to do anything to solve the situation. So the best thing to do is to just accept it, know that it's gonna pass, and just keep going forward. Don't put the blame on somebody else and stop playing the victim. I feel like not only does this apply to relationships, but also just different situations in life. A lot of times people don't want to take responsibility for the things that they have also done, especially like in divorce. You know, if like in my case, me not wanting to have the divorce, it would have been easy for me to just put all the blame on him, but I took responsibility for the things that I know I didn't do correctly in our relationship, and I really reflected on those things and thought about how I could change and be different in the future. And I feel like that's the only way that you're gonna grow in different situations in life, is also look at what you did that wasn't necessarily right instead of placing the blame all on somebody else. All that's gonna do is just to make you stuck and make you be the victim. I see this all the time at work in different situations where people want to blame their boss or their other employees or just whatever. You will be at so much more peace with yourself if you will take responsibility and really reflect on what you did, so you can learn and grow from those experiences. Don't put up with being treated badly. If somebody is not treating you right and you feel like it's not right, you need to let them know, and you need to let them know why it's bothering you. Don't just sweep it under the rug. You know, it just creates this wall between you and the other person. It's like a big elephant in the room. You need to face that head on. And I feel like that's another thing that I learned. It's probably going to be more than 5 things. To not be afraid of confrontation. I have a really hard time dealing with that, but sometimes you have to confront somebody to not be treated badly. Next thing that I learned was do not give up the things that you love whenever you're in a relationship with somebody else. You know, a lot of times it's like when you're first in a relationship with somebody, you want to spend all your time with that person and get to know them, which is all good. But like over time, if you, for instance, if I would have quit doing YouTube and given up on that, you know, eventually I would have been unhappy. If there's something that you enjoy doing that maybe the person that you're with, they don't really enjoy, don't give it up just because it's something they don't enjoy. Do it because you enjoy it. And don't change yourself for another person. Like, if they're really into something that you don't really care about, then don't force yourself to be into that thing. For instance, like Josh is really into playing video games and I'm not that much into it. Every once in a while, you know, I'll play video games with him if it's something that I'm into, but I'm not gonna like force myself to just do it because it's something that he likes to do. So that's like a good example. And the same thing goes with like YouTube and makeup. I mean, obviously he's not into makeup and YouTube, and Josh is my boyfriend. I totally forgot to mention that. But yeah, it's like he's not really into that, but I'm not gonna stop doing those things because he's not into it, you know? So definitely don't give up the things you love for somebody else, because if that relationship does end, that it's kind of like you've lost what you love and who you are as a person. Do not rely on another person for your happiness. Sometimes people are just gonna let you down. They're not gonna always like agree with something that you agree with or want to do something that you want to do. If you're relying on them for your happiness, if they're in a bad mood, it's gonna make you in a bad mood. Happiness is a choice. You know, you wake up every day, you choose to be happy or not. Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that happen in life. Like whenever I was going through my divorce, I wasn't happy, but it's kind of like that saying, not every day is good, but you can find something good in every day. I don't know if that's exactly how it goes, but you know, it's like you can always find the good in things and stop focusing on what's bad. I know that's easier said than done, but the more that you can do that, the easier it's gonna get if you can just look for the positives. I rely on God for my happiness, and I know maybe not everybody feels that way or feels the same way as me, but that brings me happiness to know that He is taking care of me, that He's gonna be with me every single day. That is where my happiness comes from. If you put your happiness in stuff, like that could be gone in a moment. If your house was to catch fire and everything was to burn up, like sure, you're gonna be sad, but you can't like put your happiness in things. So those are the main things that I learned going through my divorce. Like I said, there were a ton of other things, but I feel like those were the main ones that I wanted to share with you guys today. If you're currently going through divorce, I know it's hard and you feel like you're not gonna make it through, but every day that you get through, like the easier that it's gonna get. And I can sit here and say that I'm a completely different person since I went through my divorce. I'm so much happier now. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. I'll link my other divorce videos down below if you're interested. You know, they may help you get through some of the emotions and things that you're dealing with. And you guys will have to let me know down in the comments if you did enjoy this style of video. I have some other like 5 things that I'd like to share with you guys. If you guys did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new or if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I hope that you found this video helpful today, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.